How do you feel your club has progressed through the spring training?
Bob, we've had a good spring. Everybody's worked hard, and I think we got a good start because a lot of our boys worked out in L.A. before they came down here. In fact, we had live hitting the first day, and that means a lot. And we've had good weather here, and everybody has worked real good. We've got a few injuries, but other than that, we're all right.
Would you say that the club is as well along as it was this time last spring, or perhaps a little further?
I think that possibly our pitching is a little farther along, especially the second line pitching, where I'm talking about my fourth, fifth, maybe sixth starter, if you want to call them that. The Mollers, Ortegas, Rickard, Wilhite, and those boys are probably a little farther along than they were last year at this time. I don't know whether it's the year experience that they had last year or whether they just worked a little harder this spring.
Well, could you tell us about some of the new boys or new faces we might be seeing in the Dodger lineup this year?
Bob, I suppose you've heard about the young Parker boy. Ordinarily, I don't get too optimistic about a kid in spring training, but I tried to hold it down on this kid for as long as I could, but he did it just long enough that now I begin to sit up and take notice of him, and everything that he does is he's done well. He runs good, and he's a good defensive man. He plays first base in the outfield, and of course my question was how much is he going to hit, but he's been hitting. Here's a young boy that is anxious to learn and does everything very well, and I'm interested in the boy.
I think everybody's anxious to know how this big boy, Frank Howard, is coming along. He hasn't been out too much.
Well, Frank was late reporting, as you know, and he's got a little weight problem, not much. I think he's about 10 pounds overweight, but you can't tell it by looking at him. He's worked very hard since he's been here. We've given him extra hitting and extra running, and I plan to play him right on through now until we open the season and hope that he's ready to go.
The Dodgers look strong, but in the words of Jim Brosnan, it's a long season.